Okay, we will get this month's meeting started. So, hello, my name is Sugar Paolino. I am co-owner, co-founder of Island Oasis. My job in here is to take care of everything that happens in world. My partner and real-life husband, Damian Paolino, he is the other co-owner and co-founder of Island Oasis. We only have two, just me and him. He's the techie guy. He takes care of all the things that make IO work. He does all of our servers, coding, programming, all of those kind of things. Next, we have Sophia Paolino. She's on my executive staff. She is the director of marketing. Next down the line is Will Paolino. He is our region support director. And last, she's coming. She's running a little late. She had real life to attend to. Is Kelia Paolino. She is in charge of all of our events. She's the event director. So all events for Island Oasis go through her. That is my Paolino staff. With my Paolino staff, for those of you who are new, because I see many new faces today, welcome again to Island Oasis. We each have our key areas that we work, but we all are in charge of pretty much everything. So if you need something and I'm not online, you can go to any of the Paolinos and ask them. And if for some reason they are not able to help you, then they will bring it back up to me or whoever it needs to be towards. I really want to kind of stress, though, that the key people that you should be going to, for those of you who own regions, or on mainland or on free land, any kind of land here in IO, Will Paolino is your head guy you would go to, because he's the region support. A lot of people are used to going directly to Damian, but he'll end up getting really bogged down, excuse me, because he's still doing a lot of back end things. Notice it wants to touch the dragon snow globe thing. Oh, I might as well get that right out of the way. The snow globes that you see in front here, Kelia still has to make hers yet. Those are if you find the Paolinos around town here in IO, you can ask for one. They're just kind of a collection of us Paolinos. Paolinos have come and gone. So some people here have some globes from original Paolinos that, when we first opened up the grid back in March of 2011, they have globes from Paolinos back then. What I don't want with the globes is for someone going, Sugar, I'm having such a huge issue. Can you come over to my region? And then I stop my meeting to go help because I think it's really important. And then you say, I just wanted a globe. Is that okay? Because, yeah.
Yeah, it has to happen organically. So if you see us around, feel free to ask us. But don't IM me when I'm sitting at my home center and say, can I have a globe? Because the answer will be no. Yeah. It has to be passed face to face.
And usually you'll see us, we attend all different events and things throughout all of IO. We're not the kind of owners that just kind of, you see us once a month for a town hall meeting. We bop all over the grid. Okay, so moving on to my next thing. Statistics. What do we have? Okay. Active regions right now, we have 216 active regions. Total residents in IO is 9,442. Total logins for the past 30 days is 6,802, and unique logins for the past 30 days, which we go on IP addresses, is 905. Let me grab my other papers. Yeah, I always start the meeting off with statistics. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Last month, we had 220 new members. And as of this month, it is the 12th already, we have 116 new members. So that's awesome growth that we continue to have every month. We're averaging over 200 or more new accounts. Babe, do you want to go through the money stats?
Sure. We also do the currency stats so people get a sense of the in-world economy and how things are going. There's two basic statistics that we like to share at each of the meetings. The first is three statistics. The first is the number of transactions. In other words, the number of times money has changed hands from one resident to another. And this is a rolling 30 days, much like the rest of the statistics. So in the past 30 days, 4,131 financial transactions has taken place between residents. Within the past 30 days, nearly 500,000 Paolinos has changed hands between residents. So there's money here and there's money to be made. And total number of Paolinos currently in circulation is now at 2.2 million Paolinos in circulation right now.
That is awesome. Money, money, money. Everybody likes money. Okay, moving on to my next topic. Making sure your content is searchable. For those of you who create content, have a shop somewhere in the world, or you have a club, or you have a region that you want to attract people to, it is extremely, extremely important that you make yourself searchable so people can find you. I'm sure a lot of you have come from SL, and as popular as you may be from SL, I've been there since 2006. I ran two very, very well busy clubs. Yeah, I'm still in SL. Granted, I'm only there for IO right now. I have an info hub. But although you guys think that you're like really popular in SL, you're new to IO. So it is very, very important that you do certain things. Sophia, I don't know if you're able to touch more on that in just a little bit. I'm hoping I'm not stepping on your toes here. Trying to look down your list. Or, you do that all the time. I'll have Sophia go in detail of all the different ways to make sure that people can find you. Because I just went over statistics. If you look at the statistics, every month we're getting at least 200 or more new people. If they can't find you, those 200 and some people are going to go to the people that they can find. The stores they can find, the content they can find, where it's easily accessible and well known. Even though your name brand may be popular in SL, people here don't know your name brand yet. So Sophia, again, will go through details. Hi, Key. We'll go through the details of what you need to do, where you need to do it, what's free, what's not free. But I promise you, there is money to be made here. There is people here, as you can see. And when you hop on and you say, wow, nobody's on the grid, just because they're not on your friends list doesn't mean there's not people here. That means you need to venture out a little more. All right, next topic I wanted to talk about very briefly is the marketplace. A lot of people do not know that we have our own marketplace. For all of you content creators, I highly encourage you to have your items up on the marketplace. Damien can talk more in detail about the marketplace. In fact, if you want to talk about that next, they kind of go through the stats and stuff with that. Okay, so enough with me babbling here. I will turn it over to Damien.
Hello, everybody. Don't mind me while I get myself situated here. Okay, I'm going to bring up my note card. But the first thing I want to talk about is the marketplace. Sugar led into it a little bit. We do have an online marketplace. We have had an online marketplace for, oh boy, if I had to guess, I'd say over 2 years now. We were one of the first OpenSim grids to have its own dedicated online marketplace. I know InWorlds has one, but it's run by a third party, and it's kind of, you know, but they were the first. We were the first to have a fully integrated one. Doesn't require transferring currency from your one account to another in order to purchase things. It's free to list your items. It doesn't cost you anything. Well, we simply take a small percentage of each time someone purchases from you, but it's very small. It's 3%. 3%. So it's there. Utilize it, because I know for a fact that a lot of people shop on the marketplace, and so on. So feel free to use it. Currently, yeah, I buy stuff from the marketplace all the time. You can also, here's some other features. You can also buy something as a gift for someone else. That feature is in there. And if you're selling content, you can do profit sharing with up to 5 avatars per product. So if I'm selling a house that I built and I want to share the revenue equally, or if I want to share the revenue with other, let's say my business partners, I can define when I list the item, I can say who I want to share the revenue with and who gets what percentage. So that's all built into the marketplace. Okay. So that's all there, and feel free to utilize it. If you have questions with regard to how to list your items on the marketplace, I would be more than happy to go over that. We'll discuss that a little bit at the end. Okay, it's very simple. It's similar if you've ever sold anything in SL. It's very similar. You have a market box that you need to res in World. You don't have to put the products in them. When I was in SL, which was years ago, you actually put your products in the market box. You don't do that here. You create a folder in your inventory and you list your items in the folder. You know, you put copies in the folder, set all the permissions correctly, and then you go to our website and you can set up all the descriptions and the images and the price and the perims and all that. It's all handled through the website. And then when someone purchases from you, they must be online. They must be on the grid, or the person they're purchasing for has to be on the grid, in a situation where, yeah, similar to a magic box, the person they're purchasing for, if it's being bought as a gift, has to be online in order to receive it. The product is delivered to them in World. So that feature is there. Please utilize it. The only thing we say, well, when we first rolled out the marketplace, you know, we wanted to make sure we did it right. We didn't want people selling only on the marketplace. We also wanted to have product being sold in World as well, for those who maybe aren't comfortable purchasing online. So what we require is that you can't res your market box on the Freelance or any IO owned sim. So in order to res a market box, it has to be resed, let's say, on a parcel you're renting, or a sim you're owning, or a store you're renting. That is to encourage in-world product sales as well as online product sales, to try and maintain a balance there.
To help with the traffic.
Yeah, to help with traffic, and also help other people who are selling in World and traffic with their malls and things like that. So it's all intended to help bolster the economy in World. Okay. Next thing, mainland. some of you who may be aware, we do have a mainland continent here in Island Oasis. It's a relatively new development. I think we rolled out mainland last year. For quite a while, we had these boxes out that, in order to purchase a mainland parcel, you had to go to our land store on our website, purchase a mainland slot, and then once you own the slot, then you can claim any parcel on the mainland. There was a box that on the mainland, on each parcel on the mainland, that would allow you to claim it, and that box was sort of ugly, and it wasn't really pretty to look at. If you were already a resident, you had all these boxes around you. What we've done recently is gotten rid of all those boxes. We integrated all the code that was in the scripts that kind of controlled all of that, and we integrated that code into the simulator code. So now it's all handled that way. So we made some modifications with regard to mainland. Mainland is residential only, and that is to encourage sim sales and commercial sales. It's $11 a month for a mainland slot. Yeah, so that's how that works. So that's already done and rolled out, and seems to be functioning pretty well. We have recently done an upgrade. Currently we are on OpenSim version 0.8.1. I have seen a tremendous improvement in performance with regard to teleporting, particularly. Teleporting is much faster now than it used to be. In-world content resing seems to be much faster. I've noticed some other improvements. So, but I'm going to put this out there and say that if any of you are noticing, if you're encountering some issues, please take advantage of our different methods of reporting issues. If it's a region issue, contact Will Paolino. He's your first point of contact. If he can't resolve your issue first contact, he will escalate it to me. That can be done through a note card in his mailbox at the Welcome Zone. That can be done via IM to him directly. Or you can also submit a trouble ticket on our support desk. We have a fresh desk support desk that we utilize to track all trouble tickets, and I will put the link for that. So don't be afraid to use this. That will take you to our support desk. Feel free to submit a trouble ticket if you're having issues. You can, I think you select a priority, you can select a category. So if it's a region issue, or if it's a group issue, or if it's some issue related to something else, don't be afraid to categorize it and submit it. I get an email, Will gets an email, so that we're all notified that these tickets have been submitted. And it also gives you the mechanism to track the progress of resolution of your ticket. And that's the real benefit to this, is it allows you to keep track of it and see what the progress is.
I did want to point out something for those of you that are used to kind of customer support in Second Life. We definitely are not Second Life. We have the look and feel of Second Life, but all of us Paolinos usually respond directly to you within a 24-hour period, if not sooner. We are all online multiple times throughout the week, and I know me and Damien personally, we don't let note cards or IMs slip by. If it's an IM, the best way to get a hold of me actually is, and any Paolino, is our mailbox is at the Welcome Zone. Put a note card in there. I check them regularly every day, and I always answer every note card. So you don't have to feel like you're being ignored or anything like that. Especially with region issues, it's really important that you know that we do get back very quickly.
Yeah, we make every effort to provide the best quality service we can. The trouble ticketing system helps us prevent things from falling through the cracks. We're not perfect, but we make every effort to ensure that each issue is addressed in a timely fashion. So take advantage of that. We have forums. We have an online forum. Oasis.biz. Post that link. Where you can go and look and see. And maybe it's an issue someone else has already encountered and resolved. It's a good place to look at for those types of resolutions, as well as a support desk site. There's a resolution or a solution page, like a knowledge base. And there's other things where, if you're encountering this, someone else encountered it, this is how they resolved it, and give that a shot and see if that works. If not, then submit a trouble ticket. So feel free to take advantage of those avenues of support so that we can ensure the best quality service for you guys. Okay, moving on. Recurring restarts. Each region owner has at their disposal a series of tools we call power tools on the website. From there, you can do things like restart your region, an ad hoc restart, which means I want to restart it right now. We have a tool that allows you to schedule restarts. So you can set it up so that, let's say, your sim is restarted every Friday and every Thursday at 2 a.m. And then the system behind the scenes will do the restart for you. You don't have to be on the grid. You don't have to be logged into the website. It just happens. You can change that scheduled time. You can remove the scheduled times. That's all yours. It's all self-service. Take advantage of that. Keep in mind when you schedule a sim to restart at, let's say, 1 o'clock a.m., that 1 o'clock a.m. is 1 o'clock a.m. I.O. time. So depending on where you live, for example, for me, 1 o'clock I.O. time is 3 a.m. in the morning. So if I schedule something to restart at 1, it's actually going to restart 3 o'clock my time. So keep that in mind too. So if you happen to be on the sim, when the system restarts it, guess what? You're going to get booted. So you might want to if you have a mall, and you might want to let your tenants know, oh, by the way, this sim restarts at 1 o'clock I.O. time every morning. So make sure you're not here when that happens, because you'll get kicked off. So just something to keep in mind. The Power Tools also has the ability and provides you with the ability to do backups, region backups. We save those backups in the form of OARs. Those backups are stored securely on our servers, and at any time, self-service at your convenience, you can restore those backups to your region. So a good example of how you might use this. Let's say I spent months working on my sim for Christmas, and I like it just the way it is. It's perfect. I can take a backup of it, so I can hold on to that backup so that next year I don't have to do all that work again. I can just restore that backup. So that's a feature that is at your disposal.
Difference between disaster recovery.
Okay, yeah. Those are backups that are yours, and they're self-service, and they're yours to keep. You can delete backups. You can keep up to 5 backups per region. So if you own 2 regions, yep, Will just threw this out there, 5 backups per region. So if you own 2 regions, you can have up to 10 backups, 5 for each. So it's basically a checkpoint or a snapshot of your region at any given time. To my knowledge, we're the only grid that does this. And to my knowledge, we're the only grid that allows you to schedule restarts to run recurringly when you're not online. So yeah, that's important. Keep that in mind. And we have also, in addition to that, just so you guys know, we run disaster recovery backups daily on every region on the grid. So in the event that something happens to your sim and you need to roll back, but hey, I forgot to take a backup, or you forgot to take a backup, I can restore that for a fee of $5. I can restore that to the previous night's backup. I keep up to 20 days of backups on file. Anything before that, sorry, I can't keep every region's backup on file for an indefinite amount of time. I pick 20 days. That's how many backups I keep per region on file. And so those are there in case for disaster recovery purposes. And we've had people submit requests to us saying, I accidentally deleted my store and I need it restored back, and I don't have a backup. Can you do it? Sure, I can do that. I can restore that back for you for a $5 fee. I can do that. So that is that's the power tool. So take advantage of those tools. Again, to my knowledge, we're one of the few, if not the only grid that puts that much control in the region owner's hands. So it allows you to truly manage your own sim, and you should have that power. You're paying for the sim, you should have the power to do that. So we provide you with that ability. We're going to be launching a new mainland project. We're going to be expanding the mainland, and we're going to be looking for assistance from our special projects team, and I'm going to let, don't do region restarts from the viewer. That's bad news. Some grids say yes, do it that way. IO, we say don't, because it doesn't do a true refresh of all the resources. It recycles them, but it doesn't actually shut the simulator down or relaunch it from scratch, which is what releases all the resources, and it's a cleaner restart. So don't do it from the viewer, do it from the website. If you have questions on how to do that, contact Will or myself and we can walk you through a process. It's very simple. We're launching a new mainland project. We're going to be looking to the special projects team, which is a group of folks with some specialized building skills and content creation skills to assist us with various projects that we have going on the grid. We're going to be looking to them to assist us with that. Sugar's going to talk a little bit more about recruiting for that team, so I'm going to let her kind of run with that. But I just wanted to announce that we're going to be doing an additional mainland project moving forward in the near future. So that is all I've got. I'm going to pass it back to Sugar. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Damien. Oh, yeah, where are they falling to the floor? This is interesting. Okay, so real quick, I just wanted to talk a little bit about our special projects team. The special projects team is a group of people which we're always looking for more content creators. They do everything from clothing design to building mega regions, animations, clothing, sculpts, mesh, terraforming. If you have that kind of special ability and it's something that you would be interested in, please let me know, because we are always looking for people. Give you an example, starting avatars were made by our special projects team. Our welcome zone was made by our special projects team. Sadistic, did you have a question or did you want to be on the team? Hopefully on the team. That would be awesome. Oh, fantastic. Love to hear it. Especially the special projects team I'm looking for our new mainland. I want to make a wow factor. You bet we need trees. We need lots of things. For the new mainland, we're looking to build almost like a whole continent. Roads, lights, trees, landscaping, terraforming, areas of interest, lakes, rivers in between, all the different things. It's going to be a very big project, and I really would like to build up my special projects team so we can get that underway. We're looking to put the regions out tonight. Do I say how many? Oh, it's going to be a surprise, but it's going to be a huge undertaking. We'll just leave it at that. So definitely, if you are interested and you have skills that are able to contribute to the special projects team, you will also get recognition for the builds that you do. I could get in more detail once you fill out the application and things. So keep that in mind. Get back to me if that is something you want to do, and I will get you the application. Yep, I'll get that to you after the meeting. And now I will hand this over to Sophia.
I'm just going to wait down here till you get off the ball. What is with the floor thing? Why is the chair resetting us? Sorry, guys, the chairs never have done that before. That's just kind of a new one for me and probably for every Paolino up here.
Oh, yeah.
Usually we just stand and it stands, so a little interesting.
This is the first meeting since the upgrade.
There we go. Probably just need to reset the chairs. Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm the marketing director here amongst many other hats that I wear. I'll try to help with just about anything and everything that I have knowledge of to the best of my ability. When I don't, I'll pass you in the right direction of the right Paolino. For example, we mentioned earlier Kelia with events and Will with region issues, and maybe have some other issue for Sugar or Damien, but I try to do my best. Mostly I'm here to market Island Oasis outside of Island Oasis, but that doesn't mean you won't see me here on the grid. I try to be as helpful as I can, take time to visit the Welcome Zone. As Sugar mentioned before, all of us Paolinos regularly do check our mailboxes down there so that we're staying in touch with you at all time. Sugar had mentioned that there are many ways here to earn money. One of them are we are needing greeters and mentors down at that Welcome Zone. Candy Bar is actually our lead mentor here, and he's a great way to get your foot in the door as far as greeters and mentors. And Candy is fantastic and awesome to work with. Another thing that we do from time to time is we may have events, so pay attention to what Kelia has to offer and say about events, because sometimes you can win prizes or other items there as well. From time to time, the marketing department may hold a contest here or there, which currently we do have a contest underway, a photo contest. We recently had a couple of the people who were on the panel to vote on that contest off due to real life illness. So we just recently got the final results from all the judges in, and I want to go ahead and read that now. We were doing a photo contest that's broke down into 4 separate categories. And we recently had round 1 that just ended, and the topic was location, location, location. So we weren't trying to judge who has the best location here in IO, because it's about a photo contest, but rather the best imagery using just no Photoshop or anything, just your own view, so that people outside the grid might be able to look at our gallery of images and see what it's like to be in our virtual world. And we came up with some really interesting images. Now, when you participate in this contest, every image you submit earns you money. Just right there. You get 5 Paolinos per image submitted, and we had quite a few entries on our first round. All those entries have already been paid out already, 5 per up to a total of 10 entries, so that can earn you 50 right there. At the end of the round, we select a winner for that particular round, and this round 1 goes to Naina Enyo for her image that she entitled Shipwrecked, which earned the most points of the votes that we had, and she earns 1,500 Paolinos for just that one image alone. What's interesting is we had a 3-way tie for first runner-up. Now that's going to generate $300 in Paolinos payout to each one of these people. Zurich Nomad with Reef at Alfajiri is one of the 3-way ties for first runner-up. Francisco Coolhaven with Moon Mist won $300 for his picture, and Naina Enyo won $300 for Lost Worlds 3. So yes, it is possible to win more than once, because the numbers are tallied based on votes. And so we actually had a 3-way tie for first runner-up, so we're paying out all of those. And then the second runner-up was Zoe Viper with Barn. Oh my god, I love that image. She wins 200 Paolino for that. So for each round, we also pay out an additional $2,000. Now we have 3 more rounds going. We're currently on action and activities. So for the round that is currently underway, for the action and activities, again, we're voting on the best photo, and so we want you taking pictures of things like maybe you're riding or bowling or boating or surfing or hanging out, just anything where you're doing things, and it'll be the same payouts. Every single image you generate and you submit in earns you 5 just for participating per image. Now, we don't allow duplicates, so you're not paid. You can't submit the same one image 10 times. Well, blowing stuff up is an activity, so it counts. Just make the picture good. The one thing about the imagery that we ask and we expect of you is we don't want any photoshopped or any other ways to manipulate the pictures. We want this taken as the resident sees it in world with whatever viewer you're currently on. We recommend the IO viewer, but this is a good way to let people know outside the grid what it looks like in our grid. No photoshopping or anything like that. So yes, bombing is an activity. In short, you can certainly do that. But again, and this round for action activities, we'll take our last submission, April 21st. The way to submit your image, people have asked that multiple times. All of the rules are available in the middle of the free mall, second floor, I think it is, where we have some contests that are up there, or ways to earn money from Island Oasis. It's there. Here is a link directly to our actual gallery where, as a contestant, all of your imagery gets put up there. So it's also a great way to kind of showcase what you're doing here in the Island Oasis. We also take imagery. Anybody can submit any imagery as long as it's not a direct advertisement. Just to our gallery, just for the heck of it, under any category. But that gallery is also where we're taking our photo contest images. So all of those winners, our first runners up, our second runner up, will be paid out that currency today. So again, that's another way to earn some currency doing something fun. You don't have to be a merchant who creates content and puts it on the marketplace to earn money. Yes, you can earn money that way, but there's many other ways to earn money than just being a merchant. Again, greeters, mentors. I'm hiring for marketing department. If anybody is interested, I definitely need help with the marketing department, both in and out of world help. We do pay a small amount for that. If you work more than 4 hours per week, you can also earn yourself 2,000 prim parcel as well. So, all right, on to the next thing. Sorry, I'm wordy and I have a lot of topics to cover here. I wanted to cover the topic about growing the world together. It is in everyone's best interest to get more active members here. Kind of brings us to our next contest we have. It's just a reminder that we do have a Bring a Friend photo contest. I don't know, do you want to go over that, Sugar? Do you want me to cover that? The rules for that one are also at the free mall. In short, once you've brought your third resident here, then we start paying out. And the more people you bring, the more money you earn in world currency. So again, that's yet another way to earn in world currency, is by inviting your friends, family, guests, to join Island Oasis. Now, there is one detail here. You have to have them list you as the referring avatar when they sign up. We can't take it later. So as long as they just tell them, when you're signing up, list my name there, I'll get credit for it. So that's always a good way too. For those who are merchants, or maybe you have a sim, or you just like people to hang out with, the more people we have here means the more traffic overall, the more people to sell to, the more clients for your products, the more people at events overall. This is a community. We're not here just to slap a grid down in a well. All of us, I think, that are here, what makes this grid so different from many other grids is our sense of community here, and how we're all so dedicated to the sense of community here. So that's one thing I'm really proud about Island Oasis. I do want to move along to our ads. Many of you who have seen our ads, when you log in your viewer, you'll see it on the splash page. You'll see sponsored ads. You can purchase those. Damien had mentioned the marketplace, that we have a marketplace. We also sell advertisements for the marketplace as well. It's $10 for the splash page and $5 for the marketplace, but if you purchase them together for your one ad to show in both locations, you get a little bit of money savings, and it's $12, and that runs for 30 days. That generates a lot of people seeing the ad for your location. So Sugar had mentioned the free resources that we have here in Island Oasis to kind of help you get started and let people know that you are here. I do have a resource note card that I can pass anyone, whether you're a merchant or not. Maybe you just have a venue you want to promote. Number one would be start with your own profile. You know, take a couple of good enrolled shots or list it, give a great description. Maybe making a classified, that's free as well. If you're a landowner, make sure that you have your parcel searchable by putting something in the description. We need to have something written in that description in order for it to be searchable. Create a group. That's a great way to get the word out about yourself, or join other people's groups. That's another way. We do have 2 Island Oasis groups that are grid founded groups, and they have quite a bit of traffic to both those groups, so both of those are great groups to join. One's the IO chat box and the other's the Java joint. Just let us know if you want invites to either one of those. We have a business directory on our info portal. If you're not sure what our info portal is, it is our news site for Island Oasis. So when you go to the islandoasis.biz website, directly to the left you'll see different large buttons or tabs, links. One will get you to our information portal, and that's all about resources for the residents. That's where our gallery is located. That's where you'll get all of our grid news. And I may be crashing.
Oh, that's not good.
No, I have too many things open at once, as usual, which I better. Well, I am still connected to voice, so I'm going to keep going since I'm still connected. Okay. Tell me if I'm dying here. We've got the Pay It Forward program. That's a place where we will take your landmark for your in-world store location. We'll put it on a note card collectively with other people who have free gifts in their store for people to join. Doesn't matter whether it's a group-only gift or free for anybody, but that's what we'd like you to have. And it's also, you need to be willing to have a free gift that you can give our enrolled support staff. And that would be like greeters and mentors and marketing department. And we do have a small location here where it's kind of like a little store for our support staff. And it's where content creators have made an item that they're willing to give for free to these people who are taking their volunteer time to help Island Oasis out, whether it's sitting down at the welcome zone, welcoming people in, talking them through, you know, maybe how to open a box or to get dressed, or showing them where our free mall is, you know, any of those type things. But yeah, our support staff, we try to pay it forward, to give it back to them a little bit. Shop the Blocks is a location where if you have an enrolled store already, this is not a free store, but what's up there is a free location for you to list a sampling of your products for free. But the requirement is that you have a landmark back to your main store, because the big thing is we want to get people merged out into the grid, out into your store, so they can see what you're all about. Sugar, can you tell me if I'm still on voice?
Yep, you're still on voice.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to keep going. I can't see my note card, so I hope I'm not forgetting anything here. But yeah, hit me up if you want to join the marketing department. Hit me up if you want to join the Pay It Forward or the Shop the Blocks program. We're in need of help with both of those. Listing your business on our directory at the info portal. Again, that is all free. All of these are all free resources. The only things that have to do with marketing that would cost you would be the ads, and they're extremely low cost. And with those ads being up there for 30 days, they're such a value. I can't say enough about them. Will, good luck sitting down because I can't move. So since I'm a little stuck, my problem, not the grids, I'm going to relog real quick.
Okay, see you in a minute. Oh, and there goes Will under the floor.
Alrighty.
Check it now. I'll turn it over.
Hello everybody, thank you for coming. I only have a couple things to talk about, which would be the Freeland. We do allow free land to all new residents and current residents for up to 60 days. So as long as you haven't gone over that 60-day marker, you can claim a free parcel at our free islands. There are a couple things you need to know. The prem limit is 280 prems. Please do not exceed that. You will be going to 281 if you want to count the rental box that's there. These rental boxes need to be clicked once a week. It is free. It's just for us to track the usage and make sure all the parcels are in fact active residents. If you had any issues using these boxes or any other issues with region support or the free islands, please contact me. I'd be more than happy to help you out. Wanted to go over a couple things that I've been finding on the freelance. The freelance, you can't connect the other parcels together. There can't be anything in the waterways. They have to be individual items, so no connecting bridges from one parcel to the next parcel right across. Another thing I've been finding is there's been a lot of prims up in the air, just scattered everywhere. I think I want to say I cleared off about 250 of them the other day. Please be careful in watching your prims. Make sure they are all visible and no loose prims get lost. That's really about it. Please take advantage of our region tools, islandoasis.biz, refer a friend program, and all these other great ways to make money in web. Thank you, and I'm going to hand it over to Keela. Sorry.
All right, let's see if Key can move because Sophia just got back in.
Hello?
Hi, Key.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, there we go. I thought he was going to take more time, and I just took a big bite of something, so I was like...
That's awesome.
Sorry. Am I
He's
wearing a
talking.
dress? Am I wearing a dress?
No,
let me zoom
I don't
in.
see any clothes. I just see underwear garments.
Nope, you're wearing your
Okay.
swimsuit.
Oh, where's my... Sorry. Technical difficulties. Okay. I'm Key. I like my job because I get to talk about the fun stuff. Today's the last day for the Easter hunt. So if you have, and I've been around, there's still eggs there. I was extremely, extremely sneaky at hiding them. So you still have time to go find them. You gotta look in plants and under and above, look high and low, because they're really well hidden. And they're on 5 different grids. So most of all the Paolino sims have eggs, so it's not one spot. If you have the IO Hunt landmark, or I can give it to you, just let me know if you need it. There's a poster, you hit it, it'll give you a note card and all of the landmarks where eggs are hiding. And you know what? I went to the IO Hunt, the main starting spot, and all the eggs I hid there were still there. So I know a lot of you were looking for eggs, but there are more out there, and I put more out so you can get even more prizes. All of the prizes are at the hut. I don't the stall, the prize. I don't know what to call that. At the IO hut, beside the posters, there's little stalls, and there's a bunch of prizes that different creators have put together and donated for the egg hunt. Yeah, so today's the last day, and if you want a prize and you've got whatever eggs you want, I'll be online most of the evening. If not, leave me a note card and I will get with you to get your eggs. Your eggs are transfer as well. So if you're really nice and you're like, hey, I don't want these eggs, if somebody else wants them, feel free to share. Nobody has questions about that? No? Okay.
Somebody
If you
was
do,
saying
just...
that they can't buy them.
Okay, so the thing is that each egg is... Because we didn't want to put out eggs and then, hey, here's a map of where all the eggs are. So when you buy an egg for 0 Paolino, you then have to pick up that egg. It's your egg. You have to pick it up for it to go in your inventory. You're getting the item. So some people might have gone out and bought them thinking they were going in their inventory, but never picked them up. So if you can't buy an egg or pick it up, it's because somebody else has already found it and bought it. So you have to find eggs that you can buy for 0 linden, or Paolino, sorry. Does that make sense? So when you buy it, you have to pick it up. You have to select take to take that egg, or else it won't be in your inventory at all. It won't count. You have to pick it up. And if you can't, it's because someone's already bought it but forgot to pick it up. Yeah. Bad habits die hard. There should be an AA group for that in here somehow.
I still find
DSL
myself
you.
doing that.
Yeah. We need like a special group to DSL us and take it out of us. Yeah. Moving on. For the upcoming events, I've changed a couple things to stimulate some activity. We're going to be hosting a model search contest, and it's not models. Like, we're not looking for 6-foot skinny people. We just want people to come in and go to IO stores and merchants, put together an avatar, take a photo, enter your photo into a contest, and that's basically it. We just want to see what you can put together using IO things. So if you're a creator, that's great. It's going to help people get to your stores. Post-processing? Oh, yeah, you can. Because we're not judging, the how beautiful or all of the edits, right? Like, it's really going to be, does the avatar really represent IO? And then we can do a bunch of posters or advertisements using, some of the winners. And there's a lot of projects we could do with them for IO. So it's a great opportunity for creators and designers and for people to do something really, really fun. The other one we're going to do is a DJ showdown. So the great thing is that if you know someone who's a DJ in Second Life, they don't have to get a new stream for IO. If they already paid for one, they can use it here. So they can come in, and we're gonna have very specific spots. So it'll be first come, first serve. And each DJ who signs up will get 30 minutes to play, and then everyone is going to vote for who they like best, and then we'll have lots of fun stuff. So I think it's going to be a great way to get lots of DJs out here, and I know a lot of people who used to DJ who might be hopefully interested in getting into that again, and it's going to be a really great party too. So DJ Showdown to look forward to as well. For April, we have a couple more events coming up. On April 25th, I'm putting together a spring masquerade. So ball gowns, masks, there'll be a DJ, prizes of course, lots of fun stuff. And on the 27th, 2 days after, I'm going to have a Shop the Block contest. So basically, you have to go to Shop the Block and build an avatar using only things found there. And then we're going to just go to the social club and strut our stuff, and everybody will vote for whoever they love best. So it's going to be voted by you, and everyone will be participating, but it has to be only items found at Shop the Block. And that's on the 27th of April. All the times and all the information will be in the, I'm still working out a lot of details, but in the events, if you go to IO events, it'll be there. We will send out information through all of the IO groups as well. And I know some of you have your notices turned off in the groups. I would turn them back on because there's a lot of really cool stuff like being sent out, like events and information and contests through those groups. And you don't have to, if you have all three, you could even close just a few of them and at least keep one open just to get that information, because that's where all the information goes if you want to be in the loop. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna go back to my sandwich. Yum, yum, yum.
Save some for me. I'm starving. Oh,
Hey,
there it
good
goes.
dress.
Under the floor. Okay, this should be interesting. All Paolinos, head on up here. Let's see. Oh, bloop, bloop, bloop. Wow. Whoop. There's Keith. Bloop. That's quite interesting. They all fall through the floor. We'll have to look at this once the meeting's over. See, we're not a perfect grid. We're just, normal. Okay, so at this time, let me close some of the things here. At this time, I would like to open the floor for any questions, comments, or concerns, and you can sorry, Key, and you can address it to any Paolino. You can get on voice. If Key can hear you as she's flying around, she just wants to show off her bikini. Woohoo! So, does anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns? Do 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 do. Okay, creators donate items for the Shop the Block. Sophia, that's you. And she may not have voice right now. Oh, okay.
Hey, what's wrong with metrics?
There, as far as I know, Chief, there is no way. That's just the standard viewer.
I'm not aware of any viewer that you could switch it off of metrics.
Testing.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Me? Ah, yay! It takes a minute. It's me. It's not the grid. I've never taken the time to configure the viewer. I've been too busy with other things, but yeah. I can have an area up there if you'd like to just donate a few free items. That would be wonderful. You can always take those up there as well. A better thing might be free items for the free mall. We're always in need of free items. Our free mall, we take donations from creators and merchants across the grid for that as well. But if you have items that might fit in with Kelia's contest there or her event, and you'd like to put them up there for the Shop the Blocks event, that is awesome. We'll take it gratefully.
Okay, did we miss a question, honey? I'm trying to read up in local.
Okay, Dream Galley question about the money trees. Are they working now?
Money trees,
I think we have to go around.
I have to go through, reset money trees,
Yeah.
and refill them. I've done it to a few of them. For those of you who are new, who don't know what I'm talking about, we do have money trees on the grid for avatars that are...
They are age-based.
30. Yeah. You got to be younger
So
than 30 days old.
you're telling me I'm too old?
You are.
Oh, yeah, you're too old.
You're way too old.
Sex class we have to do. So
I know, right?
You should have already gotten your dollars for the sex class.
Okay.
I know. Also, where can players be obtained? I don't know what you mean, Dream.
Yeah, what do you mean by players?
Damien's a player.
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding. Players to hear. Oh, you're looking for music players, like jukeboxes, where it changes
the music stream.
Parcel music. That again was what I was talking about earlier. People need to make their content searchable.
There is a script in the IO script shop that will do that.
You can check the IO script shop. Otherwise, other people are selling items. I know that there's a bunch of them that are selling them. You gotta kind of look around.
To address sadistic, the Linden Lab scripting language does work here. There are some functions from the LSL that doesn't work here, but we have other functions that take the place of many of those LSL script functions. I can provide you with a reference site like a wiki that will tell you what OS functions are available and what LSL functions are available in OpenSim. Okay, because some LL scripts won't. Some functions are not enabled here. The majority of them are, but there are maybe some that are not. So I'll provide you with that link. Hold on. I'll just put it in local.
Okay, is there any other questions, comments, or concerns that you would like to address? Most important, can we get snow globes? Oh, yeah. Yes, after the meeting, we can hand out snow globes.
Okay, so all of you Paolinos, log off really quick as soon as the meeting's over.
Ready? Okay, bye. Click. Okay, last time. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Thinking, mentors, greeters, meeting after.
Oh, I got something to say. I just noticed it, and it's amazing. With the update, now we can add more alpha layers on ourselves. Before we could only add one, and you had to wear, and it was like you were fighting with alpha layers. Now it works marvelously.
There's little tricks of the trade even before the upgrade to be able to wear multiple.
I know, but it was a pain in the butt, and somebody just fell through the floor. But like I said, with the upgrade now, I see that I have 3 alphas, and I can add them, the 3, and I don't lose any.
Yep. Yeah, you can wear multiple alpha layers.
You can bring all of your SL creations over here. The only restriction really is Second Life. They restrict what you're allowed to export. So depending on what you're exporting, obviously if you're bringing mesh and you're the creator of the whole thing, then yes, you should be able to export it. You should be able to bring it in here, no issues. Yeah. So that's not a problem.
You're the creator.
Yeah.
That's kind of the biggest thing. A lot of people buy things full perm in SL, and they're under the thinking of, well, I could take that anywhere. That's not the case. You have to actually ask the creator for permission for a license to bring that here in IO if you're not the creator. And we don't charge for uploads. SL, they charge for everything.
Right, because the term full perm really only applies within Second Life. Most content creators, when they say it's full perm, that means it's full perm within SL. That does not necessarily imply that you can take it to other virtual worlds. So sometimes it takes a specific explicit license, like an extended license or something like that, to take it cross-grid, which is not the same thing as full perm. So just be sure you cover your butt.
I know, I bought it.
Yeah, so be sure to cover your butt and make sure you have the rights to take things. But if you're the creator, yeah, bring it in. Bring it in, absolutely.
We're always looking.
Just show some caution when it comes to LSL scripts. I said some of the functions work, most of them work, some of them do not. So just be careful. We use a different physics engine here, so all your scripts may not behave exactly the same way. They may require some tuning. Okay, good deal. We have sandboxes for that. Feel free to use them.
We have 3 sandboxes, as a fact. We have our 2 main ones. One is just a sandbox, one is Urbania, and then at the building supply, there's also a sandbox there. Please don't use the free lands as your sandbox if you're renting a free land, because there's only so much resources there. It's better if you just go to the sandbox. So can we change the tunes? No, free land is kind of what you see is what you get. You get 280 prims. That free land is to help you kind of get your feet wet. So you get settled in while you're thinking about what you want to do in IO. That's why we give you 60 days. So that way you do have a place to call home. We do have, regions that are for anybody's budget. We have our elite region, which is $65 a month. That is 40,000 prims. No covenant. That's where you can do your malls, your combat, your clubs, your big scripting things goes on elites. Then we have an economy, which is $35 a month. We do not have setup charges at this time. So it's $35 a month. That's 15,000 prims. With that does have a covenant on it. No really high scripted things like clubs or malls, combats, speedways, things like that all need to be on an elite. It tells you that right at the land store. And then we also do have our mainland, which is residential only, and that's $11 a month.
Right, and there you can do the media and the music because you own the parcel. So there you go.
Yeah, so the best thing to do is if you want all the perks for land ownership, including, your media and things, we sell them really cheap. Go ahead, Sadistic. You got another question?
Okay, like I was just talking about the LSL script, etc. I've got this really nice script that I've been using for a long time, and Second Life. It has lots and lots of stations. I don't care if you want to go back to the 30s and 40s type music, it's in there.
Oh,
but
cool.
like you said, don't have anything. We can't change the media, etc. on our little freelance. As you see, me and Priscilla here this is technically our second day, but we're only 1 day old in here. Where can we go to actually test and see if that works? If we can't change it on our little free land.
Okay.
Okay.
I just
got to test.
Yeah,
I'm already noticing it.
You could test it, but really, the free lands are meant just for you to have a home while you get settled in, and then to move and venture out from there.
Yep.
So if it works for your free land,
awesome.
Great.
Yep. Yep. Sure. Yes, the mainland you are allowed to res your magic box or your what I call a market box. So yes.
Oh, for the marketplace.
For the marketplace, yes you can.
Yep, just not the free land.
Just not the free
because
land.
What we wanted to get away from was people getting a free parcel and putting their marketplace box there and not being a part of Island Oasis at all. I know in SL there's a lot of people that only sell on the marketplace and they don't really contribute in world. Well, we want that community feeling. We want our merchants and our members to be able to intermingle. We're a community here in IO. So that's why we kind of restrict it. I don't want just somebody dropping a box and selling only on the marketplace. Yep, then they don't come in world. And that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so last time, any other questions, comments, or concerns? Going once. Oh, I'm seeing a bunch of people type, yes. How was your food? Sure? You're pregnant. You're engaged? Got a new job. Getting married. Hey, my son has one of those. Please support your clubs and go to the dance to meet people. Okay. Okay, on that note, I am going to close the meeting for this month. We do have this meeting, our town hall meeting, every month, the first Sunday of every month. We pushed it off a week because of Easter. As I always tell everybody, thank you all for being a part of IO. We can make the land and the grid for you, but you guys are what makes IO work. So I do appreciate and thank every single member here, no matter how small, how big, or what you do. Thank you all for being a part of IO. For those of you who want to talk privately or whatever, the meeting after the meeting, give me about 5 minutes, grab some soda and stuff, and then we can talk. I know Priscilla Statistic, you guys are looking for the apps for yeah, my Paolinos do that all the time. There's sugar time and then there's real time is what they say. Smart asses. Okay, anyways, again, thank you all for coming. Have fun in IO and we'll see you around town. Bye.
Bye. Hey, what about my sex talk?
Okay, so wait, there's birds, and then there's bees. Yeah, why do they call it the birds and the bees? Because they don't mix together whatsoever.
I know, right?
It would be like the birds and
Okay.
other birds.